morning all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, you all are kids from which grade?
2A.
And which? 2A, 2B, 2C. Which school? Which city?
Indore.
Which state? Madhya Pradesh. Which country? Okay, and now today we are having a guest lecture. You know what is the topic for guest lecture today? What is it? Mind map. All of you know what is a mind map?
Yes.
Okay, what is your presently your theme going on in the class? How we express ourselves. That is the big idea. Imagination is the big idea. Okay, imagination is the big idea. So you know how do you imagine?
Yes.
Where do you imagine? How do you imagine?
In
In your mind. Very good. So you are imagining in your
mind.
and how do you express it? How do you express it? With expressions like sad, happy, surprise. Okay.
We
No,
can act.
you can act. Very good.
We can do drama.
Dance, drama. Yes. What else? Sing. What do you get as your assignments?
We can write.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, make. Okay, now see your big idea is imagination. Okay, so you imagine in your mind or your brains. Okay, brain is where your mind is. Okay, so this is your brain. Okay, so you imagine in your brain. Correct? And how you express it? You express it in form of a story, okay, or poem, or drama, or and all other forms. Poster, okay, okay. So, do you think what is there here comes exactly the same thing comes here? No. Do you need something which will help transfer what is your mind in the form of story, poems, drawings? Do you want something which will help you, whatever you are imagining, come in form of a story or a poem? Okay, so that is the theme or purpose for today's lecture, that we will give you a tool which will help you transfer whatever is in your mind, in your brains, exactly same in the form of a poem or a story or a drawing or a drama. Okay, so that is the power of a mind map. But before we go into that, we should first try to understand what a mind map is. Okay. So, what is a mind map? Mind map is a tool to let anything go in your brain and anything from your brain to come outside. Okay? What comes from your brain comes outside. This is your imagination, your idea, etc. Correct? What comes out from your brain is your imagination, it is your creativity, it is the ideas which you have. Okay, so all these mind map will help all these come out from your brain. And what goes inside your brain? That is information or data, or you combine all that and make knowledge. Okay, so when I am giving you a lecture, all this is information for you. To help it go inside your brain, you can use a mind map. Okay, you can use a mind map so that all this information goes inside your brain. And when you are thinking, all your ideas and your imaginations can come out of your brain. Okay. Now, mind map was developed by one person who was known as Tony Buzan. Okay, his name was Tony Buzan, and he found that mind map is the natural way. It is the natural way in which our brain works. It is the way of the nature. Okay, so we follow everything from the nature. It is not man-made. It is who has made our brain? It's nature. Okay, it's God has made. Okay, it's not man-made. So, do you know how your brain looks? Have you seen a walnut? Have you seen a walnut?
Yes.
Yes. So it looks all irregular like this. Okay, and if you see our classes, how they are made? They are made in perfect shape. This is man-made and this is natural. Okay. So your mind map need not be in a perfect shape. They need not be in a perfect shape. They can be all in a natural form. Okay. Now, brain has two sides. Okay, brain has two halves. One is called the left side of the brain and the other is known as the right side of the brain. Okay. On the right side of the brain, there is nothing right. And on the left side of the brain, there is nothing left. What does that mean? On the right side of the brain, there is nothing right, means it is not working. On the left side of the brain, there is nothing left. That means it is finished. But no, that was just a joke. So we have two sides of brain, left and right. So left side deals with letters. Okay, and numbers and logic, etc. And right side deals with colors, okay, and imagination, okay, and like space, how you put things, drawing, all these. So when you are doing your mathematics, you are using your left side of the brain. When you are doing drawing, you are using your right side of the brain. Okay. But when we are doing mind mapping, we are using both sides of the brain. That means you are learning at a double pace. Okay. You are learning double. So this is again an advantage of the mind map. Okay. Now the next is organization. Mind map helps you organize your knowledge, your information, and also your ideas. Okay, now I suppose I give you 100 books to keep. So how will you keep it in your house? How will you? You cannot keep. You can keep, if you find place, you can keep 100 books. Yes.
Bookshelf space.
In the space. Okay.
We can make a room and keep.
Okay.
We can get space, and any help of anybody we can keep there.
Okay. But the thing is, see, whenever you are taking something, okay, whenever you are taking some information inside, you have to organize it. If you organize it, then only when you are searching for that information, it will be easy for you to search. Okay, it will be easy for you to search only if you organize and keep. Now if you give me 100 books, now one thing is I can keep all these 100 books like this 10, 10, 10. Okay, but there is something known as hierarchical arrangement. Okay, so what I can do is I can make two bookshelves. Okay, so these are study books. Okay, and then these are fun books. Fun books means, okay, now with fun books we can make novels. Okay, novels, story books, activity books. Okay, comics and novels. Okay, like this you can make sections. Okay, activity books and coloring or art books.
That is acceptable.
Okay, and in study you can keep your science books, English, UI. So you can make different sections. Olympiad, general knowledge. Okay, so you can make sections. So if you organize your books, if you organize your things at home, if you organize your books and thoughts, it becomes easy for you to find it. Okay, is it not? It becomes easy for you to find, no? How many of you organize your things at home? Raise your hands. You have different drawers. You have one drawer in which you keep all your arts things, one drawer in which you keep all your other things. Then you have different cells, sections. You organize your things. Similarly, you should organize all your thoughts, ideas with the help of a mind map. So it is easy to find all this information. Okay. Now the thing is, each mind map is unique. All of you have a brain which is unique. Your brain is different, her brain is different. Okay, so everybody has a different brain. So everybody's mind map will be unique. It will be different from each other. Okay, so first thing is, you do not have to copy. Even if I am giving this lecture and if I am giving you information, but all of you have to make different mind maps based on what you think, not what the next person is making. Okay, and how many of you think you are very good in arts? You can make beautiful drawings. And how many of you have problems in drawing? You don't think? You don't think you can draw good? But that is not a problem at all. Okay, in mind maps we will be doing lot of arts, we will be doing lot of drawing, but that is your personal. Okay, so if you see my handwriting is not good, my drawing is even worse. Okay, but my mind map is only for me to read, only I can read. So don't worry, even if you cannot make a very beautiful picture, you still have to go ahead and make a mind map because you have to make it and you have to read it. It should be good for you. So it is not that those who cannot make a very good picture, they cannot make a mind map. Okay? So all of them have to make mind maps as well. Now what will be required for you to make a mind map? Color pencils. Okay, then
sketch pen.
Okay. Pencils. Okay. Markers. Okay, crayons. Okay, you only need 3 things to make a mind map. Highlighters. Okay, you only need 3 things to make a mind map. Listen. One is paper. Okay, one is paper. And how should that paper be? Paper should be unruled. It should be white. There should be no lines on this. Because lines restrict your brain. It should be open. You don't have to follow lines. Okay, when you are writing, you have to draw lines and write straight. But in mind map, you need not do anything straight. So it should not have any lines. Okay, and second thing is, whenever you are holding a paper, what is this? What is this called? This is a rectangle. Okay, so when the long side is up, this is known as a portrait form. Okay, and when this goes horizontal, this is known as a landscape form. Landscape form. So when you are mind mapping, you have to use your paper in a landscape form. All of you, keep it in a landscape form in front of you. I'll come and see. Landscape like this. Yes. It should be like this. The long side should be facing you. Yes, landscape. Okay, yes, very good. So this is the first thing. The third thing, where will you start your mind map from? Center. And how will you find the center?
In the middle.
See, you will find the center is in the middle. But if you have problem, what you can do is you can fold it into half and again fold it into half. Okay, you can fold it into half 2 times and you will find where the center of the page is. Okay, but all of you need not do that. Okay, we can just imagine where is the center and start making from the center. Now, how big your paper should be? How big? That depends on you, okay, because your imagination is infinite. Okay, so if you start thinking, you can fill this room with the mind map. And if you start writing, you can fill this whole board. Okay, but based on the time and since you are grade 2 students, this is good enough. Okay, an A4 size paper is good enough for you to make mind maps. Now the second thing which you require is colors. And I don't want anybody of you to use a pencil, black pencil. You have to use colors. Okay, you have to use colors. So, what form of colors you can use? You can use sketch pens, you can use crayons, you can use color pencils, you can use highlighters, whatever you have. Okay, but don't use pencils, don't use single color, you have to use multiple colors while making a mind map. Right? And third thing, what do you have to use? Third thing is your brain. Okay, because from there you get ideas. From your brain, your creativity will come out, and that is the place where you have to store all the information again. Okay, so that is about mind map. Okay, now do you have any questions? You want to ask me something? Do you want to ask me anything?
Any question?
Okay, so now how do you feel this lecture?
Very nice.
I feel it is boring because I am speaking and you are not responding, and I don't feel it is exciting because we have not started mind mapping yet. So in the next session we are starting mind mapping, and once we start mind mapping, then you will understand, you will feel even more happy and you will feel that this session is interesting. Okay, so we'll just take a 1 minute break and then we will continue.